I picked up the Moko 4-season tent 6 months ago, back in April 2020. I wanted to do an update video to provide you with more info on what kind of tent this is and how well it's performing. First, let's get one thing right. This tent is really bad for backpacking solely based on its weight. It weighs in at 9 pounds but feels like 10 when you're on the trail. I don't care how fit or experienced of a backpacker you are, putting that much weight on a pack is ludicrous. I have taken this tent backpacking and have paid the price at the expense of having a good time on the trail and my back for the week after. What this tent is excellent for is general camping, and by this I mean walking under a distance of 1 mile to a location, or hopping out of the car and setting up camp. The tent markets as a 4-person tent, but in reality it fits more like 2 adults. This isn't uncommon for any tent you come across. I, more than not, had the tent to myself, and it was pretty spacious inside. I was able to lay out all the contents of my pack in organized piles, as well as fit a dog inside for the night. It also has a small vestibule space at the entrance to put larger items or dirty items you wouldn't want to store inside the main compartment. I found myself always using this area for various things. Inside, you get 3 pouches on the tent wall, which can come in handy for gear that needs to be accessed in a quick manner. Stuff like phones, headlamps, keys, and other small items. One thing to mention is that this tent only has 1 window, and it's in the back. If you're accustomed to multiple viewpoints, you will notice this straight away. Since the tent has 2 layers, it is extremely waterproof. The floor is basically tarp material, while the inner wall and outer walls have a waterproof coating on them. In colder weather, the Moko tent does a nice job at keeping the heat in, especially if you have a candle going. Which brings me to another great bonus. It's got some kind of fire resistant properties, so keeping warm in the colder months is a lot easier. As for summer, well, you can't really stop the sun. It does protect you from the harmful UV rays, but you will have to find other ways for keeping cool. The setup is a bit of a mixed bag. It has 2 layers. One is the outside dome, and the other is the inside sleeping compartment. Setting up the outside dome is simple. It comes color-coded and only has 3 tent poles. The colors are red and blue. You get 2 red poles and 1 blue pole. Once complete, there are small plastic rings on the inside that the sleeping compartment kind of hooks into. I always found this part really annoying because you have to crawl inside on all 4s, often hitting your knees on rocks and other ground debris. Depending on the weather, you're going to get muddy right off the jump of your trip. In hot weather, you will end up getting pretty sweaty. The bag of this tent is amazing. No matter how terrible you break down your tent, the bag will fit your bad job at tent rolling. Seriously, it's one of the major benefits of this tent. I'm relatively rough on my gear, so it's important to find stuff that is durable. The Moko tent had been decent in this category. I have had 1 major durability flaw and a few dings here and there. The ring for the tent pole broke off the black strap. Now there isn't enough tension for the dome to fill into shape when setting up. The tent is still usable, but the setup has become even more annoying for me. It also has a few holes from who knows what. Overall, for a tent under $100, this is excellent for the casual camper, if you don't mind a funky setup. It has many extra features compared to other casual camping tents that will make for a better experience in the great outdoors. Happy camping!